Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tarot Clinic, or welcome if you're a first timer here. I'm your doctor and today I feel like guessing people up. So we're going to do a reading about your best quality, what makes you attractive, what draws people to you, okay? Yeah, so like as a title maybe we just say what makes you attractive. So I'm just gonna go through what do people feel is your best quality and draws people to you. Okay, so we have three options for today. These are perfume samples. Yeah, these fragrances are from mine, an Indonesian brand that I really love because you can mix and match their scent to personalize. Oh, by the way, if you can hear some of the noises from outside, it's my mom. It's I haven't really done readings in daytime. I usually wait until everybody goes to sleep because then it's more quiet. But yeah, today's Sunday and I don't really have anything else to do, so I figure I just do this. But you can hear my mom maybe like watching Chinese drama. I don't know. Like she likes to put it on like really loud volume. So yeah, excuse me if you can hear any of that, and I hope it doesn't interrupt your watching experience. Okay, so we have three scents which represent three options for today's reading. For the first group, we have this narcotic. So as you can see, this is my favorite scent of all three because of how it smells. It's so androgynous and it smells a lot like blood orange. Like I think they said that the dominant note here is blood orange. Anyway, yeah, it's so like its name. I feel it's a bit like intoxicating in a sense. It's like addicting, like you want to smell it constantly, to me at least, right? And it's so unisex, so I like it. Second pile is this ethereal, I don't know. So this is a more feminine scent, and it smells like very light and dreamy, a bit floral and fresh. So the third group is La Boheme. This is also a unisex scent, and it's a bit unique because it's one for the bohemian, the artists, since it smells a bit like cannabis. Can I say that on screen? But yeah, it smells a bit like that. Not that I know what it smells like, but that's what is written on the card when I received this. Yeah. So it smells a bit earthy, while this one smells a bit airy, like fresh, airy, ethereal basically. And this one smells more fruity. Okay, so take a deep breath, concentrate, like meditate, and see which one calls out to you the most. And click your timestamps below to find your piles. See you! Hello, number one. So, those of you who chose this narcotic, then this is your reading about what makes you attractive. Now, as usual, I want to start with Tarot of the Divine. This is my favorite deck. You know why? Because this is the first original deck that I purchased. So this deck is about folk tales from around the world, and it has really beautiful illustration from Yoshitani. Yeah. If you follow her on Instagram, she's now working on her oracle cards. So maybe new decks are going to drop soon. Okay, so pile number one. What makes pile number one attractive? I don't really like this camera setup, though. It's too close. You cannot see my the whole area. But also if I zoom this out, there's no in between, so it's gonna zoom out to reveal my whole desk, and I don't want you to see my whole desk. Okay, so yeah, pile number one. What makes pile number one attractive? What makes pile number one attractive? What makes pile number one attractive? Spirit guides. What makes pile number one attractive? What makes pile number one attractive? Pile number one, you're like, maybe you're a little bit shy because it takes such a long time to get these cards out. Do we receive reversals today? Let's see. Okay. So we have Seven of Cups. We have Seven of Coins in reverse. Lots of sevens. I see that by these numbers already, like you are very persistent. Six of Cups, and we have King of Coins. King of Coins is the King of Pentacles, which has this earthy energy, good with money and all that. Oh yeah, okay. Then I know why we got these reversals, and I'm gonna read reversals today. So bottom of the deck is the Fool in reverse. I think pile number one, what is attractive about you is the sense of security and stability that you provide to people around you. Because we see here in the King of Coins is somebody who is financially stable, materially secure, and also the Fool in reverse indicates that you wouldn't take anything that surprise people, like it's not, some people like surprises, sometimes surprises are good in life, but some people like more of the stability, more predictability, right, to ground them. So you're somebody who has a grounding presence because you are very grounded yourself with the King of Coins here. And I see that everything you touch turns to gold, right? I don't know, I'm just drawn to this golden color scheme, especially in this Aladdin. We know that eventually he just picked one of these lamps, but when he get into the treasure room, like everything is just shining, shimmering, splendid, right? And everything is just made of gold. And this is like the energy around you. You turn everything into gold. You're the King of Coins. You're good with money, you're good with investment, but also other than material, the material side of things, you provide emotional security as well. Because I think you're one of those kind of people in the friends group who maybe they refer to you, like your friends refer to you as the mom friend or the dad friend, right? You have this motherly or fatherly caregiver energy about you, and you're very nurturing. So yeah, King of Coins. Okay, what else? um with the Seven of Coins here in reverse, I think you're somebody who has gone through a lot of hardships in terms of stability. Like again, stability is the big theme for us here. Your stability in the past, you have gone a lot through a lot of struggle. I'm seeing maybe you didn't come from a wealthy background, or even if you are, you want to like establish something of your own. If you did come from a wealthy background, right? So you didn't want to follow in the footsteps of your predecessors. You want to establish something of your own, and you struggled to do that. You built something from the ground up. And so with the Seven of Coins here, you did do you lay your groundwork in the past, and now it's time for you to reap the benefits. So you are not struggling anymore. So the energy around you is very abundant. It's very, like harvest time. And what big things you want to do next, where you want to go from here, because you already have the good foundation. So I think people are attracted to you for that. People are attracted to you for the fact that you are well established, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to, like wait for a long time to get what you want, basically. Now you can be a go-getter. You can go straight away for what you want and make that move. People see you as somebody who has plenty of opportunities with the Seven of Cups here, and you have this leadership energy around you. I think that makes people realize that a lot of things are possible in this world, even if it's not. I do feel a strong leadership energy with this King of Coins, because kings, they are leaders, right? Leaders in their own right. And if you are a business owner, or you maybe you are a manager or some higher level position in your company, people feel as though you help to open up their vision. You help give them vision that a lot of things could happen, a lot of good things could happen, right? When they cannot see a way out, you help to give them a clearer vision of, like how many options actually are available. Yeah, we can say that you are a visionary, especially at work, and especially like not always at work, but like in your personal life. Maybe because since you're the mom or dad friend of the group, right? People come to you, like your friends come to you for advice, especially for career and financial advice, and you can show them what can they do. Let's say some of your friends are not very good with money. Maybe they don't know how to save for emergency funds even, but you're the advice guy. You're the mom friend, you're the dad friend, so they come to you for advice because they see how successful you are with money. And you can tell them actually, you're not as stuck as you think, because like, don't feel bad about your financial decisions. You can reassure them that there is always a place to go, a place to grow with their money. Like, you can advise them, maybe you can reduce your expenses a little. Maybe you can cut on your, overpriced lattes, or maybe you can moderate your weekend spending, or even you can point them out to their potential, right? Maybe your friend has a good potential to receive freelance project, and you point that out to them, and they didn't think of it before, or they have thought of it but not very confident to act on it. So you have this advisor energy around you that draws people in, and people feel like safe to confide in you because they know you. Okay, about feeling safe to confide in you, we'll get to we'll get into it a little bit more later. But I think people know that they would get a useful advice, and very straightforward, very practical advice from you, even if you are not the kindest one to break it down to them. I do see a little bit of tough love here. If you're the mom friend, you must be like the tiger mom friend. I see a little bit of tough love around it. Maybe you are the friend who often is a little bit more cutting, more straightforward, instead of, caring. Or you do care about people, right? But you cannot sugarcoat things for them. Maybe, in your friends group, because this is in reverse. Six of Cups upright, it tells me about like somebody who is very generous and very loving, very, it's to me, it's a little bit of a Cancerian energy and Pisces energy. Cancers and Pisces, that I know, they are very generous with the people they love. They're very like affectionate, and they show, very like a lot of affection. Even if they give people advice, they give it like affectionately, but you don't. You're coming off as a little bit tough love here, because you're coming from a very loving place, but maybe you're like like in Indonesian, we say it like ngoceh, like it's like how to say it in English. Yeah, basically you kind of like, people would feel as if like you scold them, but actually you're not. You just care a lot about them, and you don't want to sugarcoat things. You don't want to, let's say to you, like if your friend do like made bad financial decision, you will call it out to them. Maybe like not directly or straightforwardly, but like, people would sometimes feel as if you are not the safest place to come for a first time fuck up. Let's say your friends did fuck up, like financially, or like, um, yeah, maybe they spent a little bit too much than they should. And when they say, oh yeah, you know what, like I'm really tight on money this month, like they wouldn't say to you the first time, they would say to another friends in the group. And they would think like, you know what, if group one knows about this financial situation, confirm they will scold me on it. Because you're the friend who often say things like, see, I told you, right, I told you not to not to buy too much clothes, and see what it does to you right now. But inside their heart, like your friends, they know that you are right, they know that you are always right. That's why they hate that, when it happens, and you say like, I told you so to them. Like they don't like that, but they know that you're always right. So after they fuck up like big time, they will always come to you, because you will always give them the right advices, the right, um you always say the right things to them, even if they are tough. So they always come to you when they already like fuck up big time. Because they needed that from you, they need that tough love from you. Okay, so I do get a lot of like friendship vibes here from pile number one. Maybe you are somebody who are not really looking into anything romantic, or you already have the romantic partner, the stable and secure one long term, right? So, but even if you are looking for, even if you are looking for a partner right now, maybe like you're single and you're wondering what makes you attractive in front of the, like in the eyes of the prospects. Yeah, I think they see you as a long-term relationship material with the King of Coins here, because King of Coins here is somebody who doesn't date around, like he doesn't play around. He knows what he wants, and he wants the long term, secure, stable relationship. So, in the midst of a lot of different options, whenever I see Seven of Cups, I kind of think about dating apps where you have like the illusion of choice, right? You're always swiping left and right, but in the end, you never find. You don't find the one that you want. So with this illusion of choice, with this world that is full of illusion of choice, swiping left and right on dating apps, and not guaranteed to find the one, you come off as somebody who offers something that is sure. Like in terms of a certainty, you offer something certain, and people are drawn to you, like they are attracted to you for that. Yeah, exactly. With the Seven of Coins here, no more waiting, no more waiting games. Like you don't play games anymore. You don't act childish and like date as teenagers anymore. You are mature, you are grown up. And people need that grounding, that stability in their lives, especially for people who have seen it all, have done it all. They want to just settle down and not getting hurt anymore, and don't want to play any games. Like they would be very, very attracted to you. So that's what I have for you, pile number one. Interesting reading. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. Otherwise, I'll see you at your next reading. Bye bye for now. Hi, pile number twos. If you chose this either real sent, then this is your reading for what makes you attractive. So pile number one was really interesting. It doesn't like it's not something that I expect, but it's good. It's still a good reading. Okay, so for this pile, I feel like I want to use the classic Rider Waite deck. Okay, so yeah, let's get into it. Ancestors and spirit guides for the highest good of pile number 2. Ancestor and spirit guides for the highest good of pile number 2. What makes pile number 2 attractive? 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 Okay, what makes pile number 2 attractive? Okay. What do we have here? Ooh, it's the tower. Is it in reverse? Yes and no. No. Okay. It didn't come out in reverse though. The way I flip it, it becomes in reverse. And we have the justice. I also want this upright. Oh, this is so, like, this is very, very big energy from pile number 2. Let me take a sip of my drink first. I've been talking for a long time. Okay. Do we want one more card? We want one more card. Okay, let's get one more card. Woo! Do you want this? No, we want one more card. That was like 3 cards. I'm not taking 3 cards. One more card, spirit. What makes pile number 2 attractive? So your presence is like you shake things up in other people's life, I think. You help people make decisions. That's what I get from this too. And the fact that 2 of Swords were showing at the beginning of our reading, you shake people's life up for them to make necessary decisions. Yeah, we have the 7 of Coins. And bottom of the deck is the Star. Okay, so I'm seeing that you are very like physically attractive as well. Yeah, with the Star here, I'm drawn to like her hair, like her body, like celebrating how she looks like. And the first time people see you, like they see you as somebody who is very striking, very big energy, very, you know, like when you're the kind of person that is very physically attractive and very energetically attractive, that when you walk into the room, people notice you. Instantly, people notice you because you have disrupt like the energy in the room, you know? Like there could be a party and when you walk in, people just like turn to you like, oh, stunning. Like you wear, maybe you're wearing like a stunning dress, right? And your hair is like styled very, you know, beautifully. You look like naturally beautiful. That's what I get from these cards. Like you look unreal. And then again, we have this ethereal. You do look ethereal, I think. It's as if people, you know, like they are asking themselves like, how can a person this attractive be this real, right? But I don't get but I think when people get to know you, you are like more grounded and more real than you present at first. What people don't know about you is that you take a long time to get there. It's not something that you get like instantly, whatever it is, like your attractiveness, your big confident energy. It's not something that you've always had from the beginning growing up. No, but you take a long time and effort to get there by making like decisions, by really you know, like I think you are somebody who likes to look into life and what happens to you, good or bad, and you know, just review it and just really ruminate and like take what advice that you can, take what lessons that you can with the justice card here. There's always good and bad side of things, right? You see the world has, you see everything as having like these two sides of coins. So there's good and there's bad. And from whatever you have experienced in our life, you can take what lesson, like the lessons that you can conclude from it. And it makes you grow as a person. And it also helps you like be more in tune with who you are. Be more accepting of yourself. Maybe you didn't do that, like you didn't really accept who you are, or you didn't really know who you are before, but you can take that experience and like learn from all of your life experience to a point where you wised up and you are more comfortable with yourself. And when you are more comfortable, like you become more confident, and this is the result that is accumulated over time. You're somebody who is always trying to be like the best version of yourself, but you make it so effortless that people don't see that. People think that you have always been like that the whole time, but it's not. But only you must know the struggles, only you must know what happened behind the scene, right? And that's why people get this mysterious aura around you. People get this, like shocking shocking aura around you, like when they find out about your past or about your process as a person. Really, they think like, really, you didn't have it like from the beginning? You weren't this, you weren't this hot from the beginning, you weren't this smart from the beginning, or you weren't this successful? Like, I thought you were born with this. Maybe she's born with it, maybe it's I watch too much adverts. Anyway, what makes you attractive? Okay, aside from that big energy, I think you are somebody who is not afraid of shaking things up and reinvent yourselves over time. You are somebody who has these eras, right? Like you have this emo era, you have this maybe, like girly era, and more edgy era. You have this era that likes to wear more wabi-sabi muji clothes, and then you go to your next era where you become like more kidcore with colorful clothes. You know what I mean? Like, your style wise, you are always reinventing yourself style wise. But I don't think it only stopped at styles. You you are not afraid to say that you have grown out of something. See, this is Seven of Cups is about like something that is like Seven of Pentacles is about something that is growing, right? You plant a seed and grow something from it, but you also, I think you are not the person to just stay in one place because, oh yeah, I've planted this seed and I've watched it. I waited for it to grow for a long time, so I must stay here, right? Like until the harvest time. Like, no, not necessarily. No, you know when to back off and reroute basically in life, and say maybe you were wrong for choosing this path. So you want to make drastic change. You want to choose another path, right? Let's say you might be known as somebody who has like a lot of jobs. Maybe you've tried a lot of jobs. Maybe you start off as a designer, right? And then you after like some years of working, you switch into a business. And after some years of working in business, you switch again into like, I don't think the corporate life is for me. I think being a digital nomad is for me. And so you ditch it all. You ditch the security of an office job and go travel around the world being a digital nomad and all that. Maybe you are that kind of person. There's always something about you that is like you always make drastic changes, you always reinvent yourself, and you're not afraid to do it. With the Justice card here, I get a lot of Libra vibes. I get a lot of, Libra people. I do find like Libra people often look like this. This is like the kind of Libra face with the smaller or sharper nose line and, like intelligent eyes. This reminds me of the line in, Hamilton the musical. I think it was the song that's called Satisfied. Um, there's a line that goes like intelligent eyes in a hunger pang frame. So that's how you should listen to that whole song, because the first impression of people. I mean, like people's first impression of you, I think, is somewhat like that song. Like you're striking, they notice you from across the room because you have these intelligent eyes, like you're very alluring to them. You come off as somebody who is very smart, who is very well educated, and people would say that whenever you talk, maybe you tend to use big words, or you know how to use big words, but also you are like a very good conversationalist. But sometimes people feel a little bit intimidated by you, because they think that you're so smart and you're not at their level. You have this like unreachable energy about you, like unattainable. And so you've become like a lot of people's, like idealized version of a partner, right? Like the kind of partner that people would dream about, like you are the wish fulfillment for a lot of people. But it doesn't mean that I think the problem is I found I know this is a reading about like what is attractive about you, but like I think a lot of times you find yourself, like your problem is people would see you for how you present yourself in the outside. So people would see like your appearance and idealize that version of you, while actually you have a lot of depth inside that they don't really like. Not a lot of people would care about it, like the Knight of Wands here. It's just surface level, it's just like about the physique, about the passion, um, and the attraction of the physicals, right? Yeah, the Page of Cups, like the Ace of Pentacles. People would see you. Sometimes people would treat you like very shallowly. Just is there even a word? Like some shallow people are attracted to you just because of your appearance. Um, but you don't fuck with them. You don't want to entertain them because they're shallow anyway. Yeah, I think you're always looking for something more. You're looking for something deeper. I feel a lot of like philosophical, like philosophical um, side about you. Like you have this, because you're intelligent, right? With the Justice card here and the Libra energy. All the Libras I know, they could carry an intelligent conversation, and they're backed up by facts, they're backed up by research. Like they're not just, I'm a Sagittarius, and as much as we are philosophical, I admit that we tend to argue with our intuition, like what we feel is right. And we are very passionate about our arguments, but it's not always backed up with facts. But Libra people, they're always backed up with facts, air signs, right? Air signs are all about knowledge, about intelligence, about, research, about a very well put together argument. Those are the air signs energy. Yeah, I think the star, I think the star is Aquarius energy, right? Let me check real quick. Yeah, so I checked. Yeah, the star is Aquarius energy. Yeah, of course. So you have Aquarius, you have Libra here. Um, really shows me about how logical you are and how sharp your words might be. So this is what makes you attractive, but also what intimidates some people. But you know, like, oh yeah, if you're intimidated, then I don't need you. Then it's your problem. It's not mine. I think you're that kind of person. Okay, so just to sum up, pile number two, what makes you attractive is your physical and like you physically and energetically attractive to people, and you have attained a lot of wisdom throughout the years that makes you very intelligent, very good at conversations, very good at presenting yourself, and that's what makes you attractive. You are also always reinventing yourself, so people are not, bored by the same old. Yeah, Aquarius is the energy of invention, also about going against the current. Like, you are not basically. People are not bored by you, like, because you are always reinventing yourself. You always have something to say. You always have, like, a place to go, something to do, something to say. Like, there's always something new about you. There's always something that is like drastically different from your previous era in your life, and that's what attracts people to you. That sense of unpredictability, that sense of reinvention and novelty, and that sense of like a little bit rebellious. I think I didn't mention it, but like you might have like a little bit of a rebellious energy around you as well. It's not necessarily like in a negative way, like rebel against the government, but if you do, that's what makes you attractive too, because it's coming up in this reading. But what I mean to say is, like, you rebel against the mainstream. Like, you are somebody who is confident in your own choices and your own style, that you don't have to follow the mainstream. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile number two. So very interesting reading. I want to thank your guides, my guides, and all the positive energy that has been helping us throughout this reading. Thank you for letting me read for you. And don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe if you feel called to. Otherwise, I'll see you at your next reading. Bye bye. Hey, pile number three. So if you chose this La Boheme, then this is your reading for what makes you attractive. Now, I mentioned in this, I mentioned in the intro when picking your reading, that the La Boheme scent, they said on the cards, is for people who are unique, who are against the current, who are, very artistic, and that does remind me of the if you know Rent, the Broadway musical Rent. There's a song that's titled La Vie Bohème, right? It's about a life as a bohemian in New York. People who are into arts, people who are sometimes viewed as an outsider, because they don't go with the standard, the society standard. So maybe, like, even before shuffling your cards, the fact that you're drawn to this, maybe it shows a little bit about who you are as a person, and take it as a confirmation if you do resonate with that. But if you don't, like, it's okay to just keep watching. Okay, so for you, I want to use this deck, and I think pile number three, you are kind of like an open book, because by the deck choice, I can tell already that you have a good sense of humor. Since this is actually not a tarot deck, this is a spoof of a tarot deck with pictures of food in it, but I use it for divination. So yeah, what makes pile number three so attractive? What makes pile number three so attractive? I'm hearing self-reliant. You are independent. I'm getting a lot of Sagittarius vibe here. Sagittarius, what else? Because I feel like you are a free spirit. Even though this card, two of water, two of drinks, shows up, which usually signifies water signs, but from the vibe, I feel like you are somebody who are free spirited, independent. So reminds me a lot about Sagittarius. I'm a Sagittarius sun myself. Okay, so pile number 3. What makes pile number 3 attractive? The fact that I don't call out to like spirit guides of our ancestors. I usually do that when I shuffle, but for pile number 3, automatically like I don't say that. So I feel like you are somebody who takes responsibility of, like you really take a control of your life, you know. You're very self-reliant. Even if you are into tarot, spirituality and all that, you understand a lot about having your own agency, having your own, you are still responsible about it, whatever your spirit guides say. Yeah. You're always asking your higher self. I do feel pile number 3 is that kind of person. What makes pile number 3 attractive? One more card, please. Ooh. Just one? Just one, please. Just one more card. Okay. Do you want this? Yeah, we want this. Ace of Mains. Campbell's Soup. This reminds me of Andy Warhol. Again, artist. We have the Middle Eastern. Is it hummus? I don't think it's hummus. Hummus or hummus? Let me know which one is the correct pronunciation. So this is a 3 of sides. Okay, let me tune in a little. Okay, straight away, I do think you have a lot of water placement in your chart. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be your sun sign. It could be your moon or rising or Mars, Mercury, anything dominant in your chart, like a dominant placement in your chart is ruled by some water signs. Doesn't have to, but you reflect a lot of the water signs characteristics in a way. I don't think you're like the life of the party. You like to go, not like very wild, not like the wild type, but you often like ask your friends to go out and like, hey, let's go to the bar this weekend. You often like initiate this kind of get together with your friends. Yeah, you are easygoing, you're outgoing, and you make a lot of you make connections easily. I think you're more extroverted than you might think, and this approachable. In fact, you are the one approaching people, and that's what makes you attractive. I see in the Ace of Mains here. You're a very like simple person. You don't have to be like fancy. You don't have to go somewhere fancy or dress up in a very fancy way. Like you like simple things in life. You value the simple things, and you can make anything ordinary, anything simple to be interesting. Just like Andy Warhol, right? We talked about Andy Warhol earlier. The subjects of Andy Warhol's paintings, they are just everyday, like mundane objects like the Campbell soup, the Coke, right? A banana. Maybe the most like the most glamour subject that he worked on was Marilyn Monroe. But other than that, he always paints like canned soup, like if you know Campbell soup, it's very cheap, like it's a very cheap food, and a single piece of banana, a single bottle of Coke, like flowers, like these are the common things, but to him it like he turned it into great arts. He turned it into something that is enjoyable by a lot of people. A lot of people resonate with it, and they are iconic. We still remember him for these artworks to this day. So you have the same magic as that. You can turn anything ordinary into an extraordinary experience. Okay, with the Middle Eastern card at the bottom of the deck here, because hummus is something that you can dip in with a lot of combinations, right? You can dip it with I think this is bell pepper. I do think this is bell pepper sliced, or with the roti, with the bread, or even with veggies, with pickles, cucumbers, carrots. So anything goes. So I think you're a kind of person that's very easygoing, very inclusive. You include a lot of people, people feel like hanging out with you is a safe space. And you are non-judgmental. So yeah, people feel like you are very inclusive. That's why they are not intimidated by you. They feel like they can safely approach you, you know. You're the person in your friends group that sometimes your more introverted friends would say, "Oh, if pile number three is not going, then I'm not coming," because they feel safe whenever you're around. Let me take a sip of my drink. Overall, you know how to make a fun time. Yeah, what I'm what I really I really find this thing attractive about you is that you know that everyday things, simple things matter in life. And not everyone thinks that way, you know? Some people, they only feel like worthy, they only feel confident if they can afford to wear branded stuff. But you're like, oh yeah, I found this at the thrift store. Isn't it cool? Like, this is from the 70s. I don't know whose grandma donated this to the shop, but like, you are that kind of people, that kind of person. And sometimes people might see you as like the clown of the group, because you or maybe people see you as like subversive because you don't follow like the norms or the trends, because you not like very radical, but like in a very weird way, like people would describe you as quirky, as unique, as somebody who is like a little bit weird, but you go to the beat of your own drum. And you make it look fun. People want to see you like, ooh, like Paltry is a freak, like I don't want to hang out with them, like, but people would see you as like, hey, why is Paltry so weird and yet looks so fun, like they look like a person who is very cool to hang out with because they're not like anybody else, because they value things that maybe other people don't, right? So you can give people like this experience that maybe they never had before. Maybe you have like friends from a higher social economic status, like maybe they haven't tried street food before, and you can go like confidently uh, invite your friends to go out to like try I don't know, like satay, which is a street food here in Indonesia. But while your friend usually go to like fancy cafe, and like at first maybe this person might think like, what is this person thinking, asking me to that kind of place, but they're kind of intrigued because the way you tell it to them is so convincing that it's good, that they have to try, and they had a fun time even though it's something that they wouldn't normally do before. Yeah. So pile number three, what makes you attractive is your inclusivity, your sense of individuality, the fact that you are self-reliant, but you are very easygoing, very extroverted and friendly, and you have a quirky style that people would describe as creative as well. Yeah, I think that's all I have for you. Yeah, when I go into your reading, I feel like instantly the vibe is shifting from the other two piles. You are somebody who doesn't take life too seriously. I don't know if you are drawn to the other two piles, but like it's a little bit like there's a little bit of a difference here. Well, the other two piles, they take their life like more seriously, I think, or not, but they have that air around them, right? But you, pile number three, you are living your life in a very fun way. You know, you have this positive outlook. Maybe a lot of you are like optimists, or even if you are not optimists, you're like not nihilist. What's the other thing? The Albert Camus School of Philosophy. I think it's not nihilist. It's after nihilist. What comes after? Absurdist. Maybe you have an absurdist view of the world, or an optimist. You know, like you're like in between these two. Either you view like the future like positively, you know, like I wake up today and good things could happen, or like, you know, there's no point to anything, so let's just have fun. So yeah, you're a very interesting person, pal number three. So that's all I have for you, pal number three. Interesting reading. Yeah, I want to thank your guides, my guides, and all the positive energy. And thank you for letting me read for you. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to. And have a good rest of your day whenever you're watching. Bye bye.